Happy Valentine's Day! Hello. As you saw from the title and the thumbnail, I'm going to be going on a blind date with a book. With a book, not a person. That would be scary. I'm going to be going on a blind date with a book for Valentine's Day. I'm so excited for this video. Today I'm going to be having my mom pick a book for my TBR cart. I'm going to be having her pick any book she wants and then wrap it up for me, and then I'm gonna open it and read it, and I'm so excited. I had my mom film herself picking and wrapping a book, so let's go see what book she picked.
Can't see the screen. Yeah, it's going now.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Bye. She hasn't read all of these, but she's read all those. Holy crap. But won't she know which one I picked because it will be missing? A huge, mesmerizing, galloping read. I'm debating between these two. A tree grows. Oh. I didn't pick A Tree Grows in Brooklyn because I think she would be suspecting that. Firekeeper's Daughter, because it's pretty. It's an instant New York Times bestseller. It has the word daughter in it. It reminds me of Alyssa, just because she's very earthy, mystical, hippie-ish. I don't know what the words are, but if you know her, you know what I mean. We All Looked Up is also a New York Times bestseller, so you can't go wrong. And it talks about an uplifting, heart-wrenching story of compassion, becoming something bigger than we are, which speaks to me. I think I'll go with Firekeeper's Daughter. And I'm gonna wrap it up, and she will say I wrapped like trash. And she would be right. Perfect.
Okay, I'm so excited to see what my mom picked. So let's go ahead and open it up. It was really nice of her to do this. I'm really glad I'm trying not to look at the books so I don't see which one she picked. But thank you, Mom, so much for doing this for me. I'm gonna close my eyes. Ooh. She chose Firekeeper's Daughter. I'm curious to see, I haven't watched her picking this yet. I'm really curious to see her reasoning because there's no like blurb in here that says what this book is about. This is one of my newer book purchases, so that's exciting that we're getting to read it sooner rather than later. Thank you, Mom, so much. I'm so excited to start reading this. I love the cover. This cover is beautiful. I'm pretty sure this is like a murder mystery. It's young adult. But yeah, this is such a beautiful cover. I'm so excited. So thank you so much, Mom, for picking this for me. I'm so excited to start reading it. So far, I'm enjoying this book. It is not like what you would think it would be based on the cover. I don't know if I would call it like a murder mystery. This girl is working with the FBI. We have a little bit of fake dating, so there is some romance in here. I love that. I love that. But I am actually learning a lot about Native Americans and like indigenous culture, because the main character is part of this like Native American tribe, and where she lives, it's kind of like a community, you know? I don't really know how to explain it. I think the author is from the place that this is set in. Oh, she is, yeah. She's enrolled member of the Sault Ste. Marie tribe. This is also a debut novel by her, so that's really awesome as well. I'm glad my mom picked this for me because it's not that I wasn't interested in this book. It's just like I'll buy a book and then like sometimes it'll sit on my shelves forever before I read it, and then I'm like, okay, I really enjoyed that. Like, why did I wait so long to read that? I've never read a book where the main character is Native American, and I really like that because I feel like a lot of books are just like white people. So I'm really enjoying that. Also, I've never read a mystery book that's about what this is about, if that makes sense. It's like, it's not, I wouldn't call it a murder mystery, but I don't know what else to call it. It's a nice change of pace since I've been reading the Throne of Glass books, which is like, there's so many characters and there's so much going on, and I'm loving those books so much. But this was a nice little palate cleanser. It kind of hurt me to have to step away from this book, but I think it's a good thing because it's like really intense. But I'm excited to finish this one and see how it ends. I'm 58% of the way done with this. But yeah, I'm gonna keep reading this and I will give you my thoughts later. It's 12:33 right now. I'm staying up to finish this because, oh my gosh, I'm liking this book way more than I thought I would. Not that I thought I wouldn't like it, it's just like really surprising me. And I feel like I'm gonna cry because just about the community and learning more about her culture, the wisdom of her elders, it's all very beautiful, and it feels good to learn something about another community. And there's some things that she says in here that I kind of relate to, like since her mom is white and her dad's Native American, she sometimes feels like she's not Native American enough to fit in with that crowd. I feel like I definitely relate to that because my mom is white and my dad is Filipino, and sometimes I feel like I'm not cultured enough. Sometimes I feel like I'm not Filipino enough to validate calling myself Filipina. I also want to embrace that part of me, you know, because I am white passing. Like, I will acknowledge that. Like sometimes that gets to me, you know, and I wish I knew more about my culture, I guess. Not to get like all deep or whatever, but I'm just like really, I related to that. Anyways, I'm really liking this book. I'm honestly surprised that this is young adult because I feel like there are some topics in here that are like kind of heavy. I'm really excited to see how this ends. It's kind of making me feel a lot of things, and I really like it. I said this before, but it's really nice to read a book that's not written by a white person. I feel like I've been learning things, appreciating Native American culture, learning more about that. There's a lot of things I didn't know, and I'm actually learning a lot, and it's nice to kind of have that aspect of it and the things that I can relate to. And I really value the sense of community in this book. I don't know, I'm really liking this, guys. Thank you, Mom. You picked a really good book. I feel like this is different than anything I've read before. Obviously, like young adult mystery, like there are some things that like you expect to happen and do happen, especially with like fake dating, like you know how that ends. But there's aspects of this book that are different from other books, and I really appreciate that. This is her. Girl, you did good. I mean, I'm not finished yet, but you did good. Especially this being a debut novel. I'm on chapter page. I really need to go to bed, but I need to finish this. I'm on chapter 51, page 443. So I'm gonna finish this right now, and I can't wait to see what happens, and I'll give you guys my final thoughts later. Hello! Okay, I finished this book a few days ago. I just can't get over this cover. It's so beautiful. I loved this book. When I first finished it, I was like 5 stars, 5 stars. But sometimes I'm very quick to give a book 5 stars, and then I sit and reflect and I'm like, well, it didn't really give me like that 5-star feeling, you know, like there's a feeling that you just feel it in your soul. And I did really, really love this book, so I decided to read it 4.5 stars. I really loved how much knowledge was in this book. I learned so much about the Anishinaabe. I really loved the sense of community in this book and the wisdom of the elders, and I might cry. I don't know why I'm gonna cry right now. I don't know. I really liked it. Maybe it is 5 stars. I don't know. I have to think about it because the wisdom of the elders, like, and the way they protected her. I don't know, I'm gonna cry right now. It made me reflect on a lot of things also. And I'm going to the Philippines with my Lola, which means grandma. I'm going there for like 3 weeks in a few months, and like parts of this made me really excited to like finally be able to see my culture that I don't really know much about and get to experience that and like immerse myself in that. I'm sorry I'm getting like emotional. I think that part of me really connected to this book. I don't know, some part of me has always wished I had more of a sense of community and like more connected to my culture. Like sometimes I just feel very whitewashed, which I mean I am. So just the parts of her like struggling with being accepted into the tribe and like being, you know, all that stuff, it like really resonated with me. I'm sorry. But yes, I don't know, maybe it was 5 stars because it's making me cry. I really liked how, okay, back to the actual book. I really liked how everything wrapped up at the end and you see like the whole thing come together and things kind of click into place. I liked the romance in it. I kind of feel like it didn't really get closure at the end. And I know there's a second book, it says Warrior Girl Unearthed, but I think that's like 10 years in the future, so I don't know if we would see what ended up happening with this romance. It's kind of like if you've read Eleanor and Park. I'm so sorry, that book is like racist. I will just say it. That book's racist. But the ending of that book, where the romance kind of leaves off, it's kind of like that kind of vibe in the ending of this. If you know, you know. I don't want to like give too much away. I still really love this book, and I did like the romance. I loved the healthy communication. I really don't like when there's like miscommunication tropes in romance books, like when things could just be solved if they talked to each other and had a conversation, you know, and told each other what they're thinking, because that's like, communication is like one of the most important things in a relationship to me personally. So yeah, I like that it wasn't like that. Yeah, I really enjoyed this book. It does touch on some heavy topics, so I think maybe check trigger warnings before going into this. It's not like Haunting Adeline type of trigger warnings, but obviously, but it still goes into some topics that I feel like aren't normally in a young adult book. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I loved this book. I'm sorry I got a little emotional, but thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed as much as I enjoyed reading, and I will see you guys next time.